Whoa, whoa. Why does this look zoomed in? This is what I don't understand. This is a bit excessive, isn't it? Hello, channel 4. So this is my little new camera in question. Anyway, this lens like moves around when you triple tap it. This whole top bit pivots. It doesn't matter where I'm holding the handle. It just does its own thing. It's got a face track, so if I'm moving around, it will follow me. So it will look like someone's recording me all the time, which I think is epic. Got my own little fake cameraman. Come back. There we go. I've got this little tripod. This vlog is gonna be it won't make much sense. Oh, it's literally like Big Brother type stuff. It feels like there's a little robot watching me. This is what it must feel like to be in the circle or like on Big Brother, where you're just like trying to brush your teeth and the cameras are like, and what makes it cooler, I'm supposed to be testing all of this outside. I'm gonna go outside in a minute. Is that it's all like as a gimbal, so like it will be all really stable, smooth and like stabilized, so I won't have to deal with really jumpy shots or anything like that. Even if I go down, I don't have to have this big fuzzy thing on, but I don't actually know how windy it's gonna be out there. So I'm now in tilt lock, so it's not gonna follow my face, but it's gonna just apparently independently decide where I want the camera pointing at. Also, something that's really weird for me is having a wireless external microphone, because usually I'm so used to having to sync it up in post. Just realized I've got one glove on. my finger's been hurting, so I'm wearing Adam's little gloves. Don't even ask. I'm okay, nothing serious. I'm gonna go over here and talk, and you're gonna still hear me clear as day, hopefully. You're gonna hear me trip on the coffee table clear as day. I wonder if this is all like rustly or if it's clear, because I am putting on a coat. I'm so excited to watch this back. I hope that I'm not disappointed. I have a feeling it might struggle in this room because the window light, I'm facing the camera towards it, so things go a bit funky when you do that, no matter what kind of camera it is. Editing Ellie here. As you're probably aware, I am new to this camera, so I don't really know what I'm doing with the settings, so you're about to experience a good chunk of this video footage zoomed in, and it wasn't supposed to be so close to my face, so you're going to see a lot of my face and nothing else. You're not going to see a lot of the location I'm in, which is not supposed to happen. It's not supposed to be as zoomed in as it is in this video. That's just me letting you know that was a rookie mistake. I'm still trying to work out why it did that and how I can not do that in the future. But it does zoom out at the end of the video. You will get to see some footage of how the camera is supposed to look. So if you're interested in that, then skip ahead and go look at that. So it's really frustrating to know that this whole video was kind of a waste of time, because all you can see is my face like this. But regardless, enjoy. What the heck is that? Is that a cat? Oh, I can test the thing. Flip. Oh my god, I did it. That cat scared me. I thought it was some like baby kangaroo or something. Honestly, like learning to use this thing. There's pieces that fit in and slide in, and then the wireless like mic is a whole nother situation. Learning how to control this pivoting lens that like flips round and does like weird things on its own. It's tracking my face, but then you can change it to track moving objects. There's like loads of slow-mo stuff, and that's a whole nother ball game. Even though I took media production at college and uni, I don't like learning like new cameras and technology and stuff. Like all of my friends were like, oh yay, exciting, we're using the new big cameras, and I was always like intimidated by learning anything like that. I'm gonna definitely be that old granny who's still using Facebook when like everyone's moved on to, I don't know, something else. Look how nice that tree is. Just filming people's houses casually. That's the other thing. This camera, it looks just like ET or some weird, it maybe looks like a microphone. It's just basically a stick with a lens on the top. Like my friends and family that I've shown, they're like, what the hell is that? It looks really weird. And I get that it looks weird, but I actually find that to be a massive bonus, because I've been doing YouTube for years and years, like 10 years, right? And it never gets easier to film in public, even though other people might say differently. I thought that from other people's advice, it got easier, but for me, no. So I've just put the little muff on. I really feel like what I was using before might be too windy. I'm gonna have to watch this back and see. Honestly, I know like the anxiety isn't as hard to film with this in public. I'd much rather people look at me and think, what is she doing? Than like, oh, that girl filming herself because she's a freak. I don't even know why I care about people so much, but now people know that people vlog. It's awkward for people to know I'm vlogging. Like, there's been times I've been out in the street and people have like shouted, don't forget to subscribe. I love how when I start a new clip on this, by the way, it tells me how much battery the little microphone has. And also something that's really helpful is that when your external little battery down here runs out, the microphone on this actual camera here kicks in. Why are there diggers everywhere? Can you see that? I'm not really sure. It's kind of cool. Isn't that beautiful? Honestly, the stabilization on this bad boy. It makes me crease this camera, like the way it just looks so weird. I can't wait to show it in front of people, and just for people, like you're gonna see so much footage of friends and family going, what is this? And just laughing at what will look like you, but really they're laughing at the camera. As you may know, I broke my camera. My little vlogging camera, and to be fair, I kind of now see it as a little bit of a blessing in disguise. I felt like I was due something like fresh and new to film with, to sort of amp up that passion for, look at the friggin' sea, it's gorgeous. Amp up that passion for filming again, because it wasn't just lockdown putting me off from filming, it was just me not having like enthusiasm to do it anymore for a little bit. I want you to see the beautiful sea. Oh my God, it's getting a bit close for comfort there. Actually, Helen Anderson and Alfie Days just happened to bring out a vlog during the time I was looking around for a new camera. And when I say looking around for a new camera, I wasn't really, because like I said, I'm not an equipment person. I don't like learning new equipment. I don't really enjoy camera shopping. I know a lot of people will like gasp in horror because it's like, why not? That's what you do. Like, you'd think I'd really enjoy it, but... And so seeing Alfie Days talk about this new camera he got, and he was vlogging with it, I was like, oh my God, this is good, because he's technically done the research for me. Oh wow, look at the surfers. Can you see? Wow, that is so cool. It's so cool how like I'm just chilling, talking, and there's just people casually freaking surfing and kayaking. Is it kayaking? Oh, and there's a big ferry there as well. Oh, and there's a little doggy over there. Oh God. So I'm looking at Alfie Days' footage and I'm like, that looks banging. Everyone's saying in the comments how good it looks. You can literally see all these freaking paws, as in face paws, not dog paws, obviously. Don't know why I said that. But then I look at the price and I'm like, no, I can barely afford my rent. No, but I was like, no, that's out of my budget, which is fine. He's got a bigger budget than me. It's fine. I'm gonna take it personally, Alfie Days. And then Helen Anderson makes a vlog saying, oh, I got a new camera, testing it out. What do you think? So I'm like, perfect. She's obviously done her research too. It was another camera. It was a Sony ZV-1, I believe. Talking and walking on sand is harder than it looks. So I believe that camera is called the Sony ZV-1. Looks really good in my budget. I mean, it's a lot of money, but good cameras are a lot of money. So I'm researching that for ages and doing Googles and YouTubes and all that stuff. And I'm excited about it, but not buzzing, because it's a bit similar to the Canon G7X, which I've been using for ages. Is it raining? I swear to God. Oh, the dog over there is just, he's just having a paddle. Look at him. Oh. Oh my God, he's sopping wet. Oh. Anyway, I'm looking up this camera, it looks great. But then I stumbled across this YouTube video and it's this guy saying Sony ZV-1 versus the Pocket 2, because a lot of like camera review guys on YouTube, they like verse two cameras together for someone to decide like which one's better. Like they take the two most talked about cameras of the time and like, oh, the dog's back. Hi puppy. Oh, I love little fluffers. I'm really nervous that I've got the microphone on wrong and this whole footage will be just wasted. I look at the thumbnail and it's the picture of like this stick with a lens on top, like a really weird looking camera. And I just gasp and I think to myself, oh my God, because I've been looking for a discreet camera for so long, particularly for travel vlogs and just being out and about. I used to have the Legra Mini X or something it's called. It was this weird camera that you kind of hold in the palm of your hand and then you flip up the screen. I felt really comfortable vlogging with that camera because it was very like unusual and different, and people either thought I was holding a phone, or when they saw me they were always like, are you live streaming? Or like people would just have questions to say about it all the time, and that made me oddly very comfortable to film with it in public. I had an era where I just vlogged all the time because of that, and then that broke. Something happened to the lens, like the lens got scratched or something like that, so I decided to get a new vlogging camera. So I got the Canon G7X, which every vlogger seems to have. Like that's the camera to have, and honestly the price for it is still high because it's so popular with vloggers. Honestly, vloggers have made that camera stay at a good price when it would have been like down by like 100 by now. I saw this thumbnail and I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna have a look at this camera because it looks like something I knew I would like. And let me tell you, as I was watching all these reviews, it was just ticking every box that I wanted in a camera but didn't actually know existed. I think the final like tipping point for like the final little perk that this camera had, which I have always really wanted, is the external mic. When I saw that you can get the creator pack for it, which was the external mic and like some other things, so it was like wireless microphone, I was like sold, I need it. And I said to Adam, I was like, this has got me excited, actually excited about the concept of buying a camera again. And he couldn't believe it because he knew that I was really unhappy when my old one broke, and it was actually getting me excited to spend money on it because I also don't have a lot of money. So I was like, and the price for this thing is really good for what you get. You shoot in 4K, that's the best you can shoot in. It has slow-mo effects, you can do really wicked time lapses when you're in cool like locations, and there's a little fisheye lens that you can like take off and put on. I will leave a link to this camera down there in the description if you want. I'm not sponsored or told to say that, but I'm just gonna do it in every vlog that I make now. I was just looking and just getting more and more surprised about all of the things that this little weird strange camera could do, and it almost felt too good to be true, because then I remember thinking, oh, what's the price gonna be? So honestly, it was a moment of just like, I feel like someone up there in the heavens blessed me on that day. Look how cute this is. Sorry, I'm gonna get very distracted while talking to you because I just want to show you how stunning this is. So yeah, like ever since I had that little Legra Mini X, I wanted all of the features that this one has, even the fisheye. I really like having fisheye because it also helps with when you're traveling out and about, like it gets everything in shot. It just helps with me, like, so I don't have to remember to like show you the location all the time, because you can kind of see with wide angle lenses. Guys, take a little look at this. How can you not want to come here on a regular basis? I'm trying to think if there's any like other updates that I haven't given you guys. It's been a little while since I've sat and chat. With YouTube stuff, I do honestly feel like for the first time in almost my entire life, YouTube has taken a little bit of a back seat. Not really, but yes, really, because I've kind of had to financially. Like I've got a kind of part-time job thing going on, and which I love, by the way. I'm so blessed to be able to do so many things I enjoy. Like I've been really putting loads of effort and energy into my tarot readings. I've been trying to promote the shit out of those, like as much as possible without pissing you guys off. And then I've been doing my side job that I can't really talk about, I don't think. And YouTube still, obviously I'm still doing YouTube. I just am aware that as I can't do it as much as I want because I have to pay the bills, do you know what I mean? As well as that, obviously I get the odd projects on like Instagram that's paid for, or some like YouTube sponsorships and stuff, I just try and make sure I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket, as they say. YouTube hasn't taken a backseat because it's the kind of pivoting like anchor point for all of my other stuff. Like if that's still going, I can do all of my other things because they all help each other out, if that makes sense. At the same time, I've had to really focus on like quality over quantity, because sometimes you just have to. Oh, hello birdies. Lots of little birds around me. As much as I'd like to just fanny around and do like fun vlogs like this and like do hauls all the time and stuff like that, sometimes you just got to do what's like more practical, as much as that pains me to say, because I just want to be like a kid for the rest of my life and not have to worry about adult things. Sometimes you just got to, as well, I'm trying to like get better at art stuff and push my art stuff out there so I can start making things and selling them, because it would be epic to have like my own little shop one day. Like I'm trying to get good enough for me to feel confident in not just selling my stuff as I do like on shirts that's like printed in a warehouse somewhere. I want to make my own products eventually, like once I'm good enough at the art for that. Once I feel like I've got enough people who buy my stuff, I think I'll do that. Look at this bird over there. Hello little guy, you right? Why is there so many birds around here? Are they planning to attack? The more important question is, why am I scared of a bird? He's not gonna, oh my goodness, don't shit on me. So anyway, I'm gonna leave this location, even though it's stunning. Now there's a scary dog over there. I usually like dogs, but that one's got a nuzzle on, so I'm a bit like, please don't eat my leg. Do you know what I might do? I might actually test. The next clip will be me without this little mic on, because I want to see how good this bad boy does internally, which is kind of a lie. I know how good this camera does internally, because that's another thing I think is so impressive about this camera. Even the internal microphone is banging. Listen, there's like lots of different mic points, I believe, as well. That's the other thing with a lot of like Sony cameras that a lot of other YouTubers are using. They are quite obnoxious anyway to vlog around in my personal opinion, but they become extra obnoxious because people add like shotgun mics on top, and because the mic isn't like, usually internal microphones aren't that good on a lot of vlogging cameras. So it was just another shock to the system when I saw that this one is good. I was like, what is going on? How is this camera being something no one's talking about? It's probably just because it looks weird. I'm not going to judge you. I actually love the fact you look weird. It shoots in 4K, which a lot of other like vlogging cameras don't do. Oh, hello. He's like, I don't like your weird looking camera device. It's really windy right now, so if you can hear me well now, then the internal microphone also passes the test, the wind test. I'm so chuffed. I'm just so happy. It's obviously the last and final test when you get a camera is, how does it feel when you're using it? Like, someone can tell you a camera's good, but you need to touch it and hold it and feel it, and that's why a lot of these camera shops are doing trial periods now. So I'm absolutely buzzing about the fact that I'm out, I'm testing it, and it's amazing and I enjoy it so much. Should I turn this back on? Oh, we're back already. Hello, hello, testing. 1, 2, and 3. Do you know what might be a cool thing to do? Put you here. This is when someone comes along and nicks it. Put you there. And then I'll walk over here, and it should continue recording even though I'm millions and millions of miles away. Isn't that amazing? And as you can imagine, there's so many like bits and pieces to this camera that might take a little bit of getting used to. I was a bit worried about how I would feel about it like in reality, but I'm just beaming. Just watched some joggers walk by. Can't relate. I keep having dreams of buying a bike. I really miss cycling. That reminds me, I had a dream that I was doing a tarot reading for someone, and my High Priestess card in the dream ripped in half. Like I was shuffling the cards, I heard a rip and I looked down and High Priestess card was in half, and I thought that definitely has some sort of meaning to it. So I was like, I'm gonna go to my favorite tarot reading Facebook group that I've learned so much on and post about it on there, because maybe someone will be like, oh, this sounds like it could mean this or this. And then the post got removed by admin and the reason was because it's a tarot group and not a dream group. I was like, yeah, but it was a dream about tarot, bitch. That's like me posting on like a cooking Facebook page and being like, what kind of oil should I use for this recipe? And then someone replying and being like, this is a cooking group, not an oil group. But if anyone's good at like dreams and tarot, could you like combine those two talents and let me know what the hell that dream meant? I feel like it means I'm ignoring my intuition, because the High Priestess, she's very intuitive. She keeps quiet, she looks around, she takes in all the knowledge. Maybe I'm not doing that enough right now or something. I'm blocking my powers. I'm chatting shit at this point. So I'm back on Bumble, guys. It sounds like I'm doing an advertisement. Technically I am. If anyone here lives near Newcastle and wants a friend. So now we're all getting back out into the open. I want to make some friends. So if anyone wants to hit me up, we can hang out. I just want to find like my person, like my people. I'm very kind of fussy. Oh, it's stunning. Not fussy, but like it takes a certain type of person for me to be like completely comfortable with. I've only met like a handful of people in life where I just feel calm around them. It's nothing to do with the people individually, like everyone I've ever met is wonderful in their own way, but for me I just for some reason need a certain type of person. And finally you've reached the part of the video where for some reason I managed to zoom the footage out, so now you can actually see what the camera usually shoots in and what it's supposed to shoot like. Don't know how I accidentally changed the settings about, but now we enter the part of the video that I wish the rest of the video looked like, but it's okay. I think I've accidentally just turned 4K on, so I feel like that's gonna make a difference in my quality, but we'll see. I'm still learning. Oh, it's amazing, isn't it? This is definitely a good place to test a new camera for sure. Yeah, so there's settings on here that will probably make it look better. But small steps. We're all learning here. I think the microphone's like on manual now, so I don't know what that means. I'm saying all these settings out loud, so when I watch the footage back, I can know what sounded better, what didn't sound as good. I don't actually know where I've ended up walking to, but I mean, I'm not lost. I'm a capable woman with a smartphone in her pocket. I guess the only kind of negative about this camera is how small the screen is. I know I'm saying, oh, I really love a small camera, but it does mean that this whole time, if I've had like something on my teeth or something in my eye, I'm not gonna know about it until watching it back. And I guess that's kind of a good thing, because it means I'm not gonna be watching myself all the time in the viewfinder, because I can't actually see any details anyway. Ah, I know where I am. I was looking for this crossing and I've got it. So the little screen is rather small, so I'm not going to be able to see like major details. Like you can get some wicked footage with this camera, but whether you can like see in detail before you actually shoot, it's almost like a GoPro. I saw a lot of camera equipment YouTubers comparing this camera to a GoPro. It is very much like a GoPro in the same sense as well, as you can't really like see what you're shooting with a lot of GoPros, but with this one you can. It's just rather small. I feel like they could have made it bigger. That's why I will still put it down as a disadvantage for this camera, because there is still space around the screen that I'm looking at, which they could have tried to expand it to. Hello, so I'm home now. This is my last and final test because I'm in super low lighting in this bedroom. This is probably maybe the dimmest lighting that I'll get in this house, so I'm wanting to test the ISO on one of the highest settings just to see how much noise there is in the footage. Like, I just wanted to see if there was any like noise going on in like dark areas. This is just for me in the future to look back on. I actually feel like that window is making it even darker. Let's stick, oh, I've got a little light here. But yeah, I think the, oh, whoa. Oh, there's flickering, but there's a setting to remove that, I remember. Hold on. I did it. I'm learning. There's like a anti-flicker option, so like if you're around like certain light, it can sort that out. So yeah, there's still loads of stuff I'm learning with this camera. Like I was literally reading stuff while eating dinner just now about how you can wirelessly connect to your phone so you can see the footage that I'm looking at. So you know I was saying the screen's really small and that might be a problem. Well, you can actually connect to your phone so I can see in big like what the camera is looking at, even if I'm far away from the camera. So that's a really cool feature if I'm taking, like if I'm doing a little shoot as well, like if I'm taking photos, that'll be really cool. That's a handy feature. But yes, I would love it if you guys could let me know in the comment section what you thought of the quality of this and everything that I was mentioning. Like, is this something maybe that any of you would consider? If, I don't know, any of you happen to be wanting a camera, let me know. But I'm gonna love you and leave you. I'm on social media such as Twitter. Oh my god, I look like my toy was on my hair, so crypt today. I'm on social media such as Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. I have a tarot reading Facebook page or Instagram if you want to book a tarot reading on there. Subscribe to this channel to be notified every time I make a brand new video. Thank you so much everyone for all the love and support, and I will see you for the next video. This is the internal mic, by the way, in case you're interested. Okay, bye!